Hi all, time for a new episode from Smelly Sweet, and this time it is the best and complete guide on Niche4all fragrances that you will ever see, and I've got a discount code for you. You can see it on the screen right now, so save it. It gives you 20% off at any purchase until the 31st of March 2024. I need to add that. Now I'm gonna do this as a fragrance battle. I'm gonna compare the original against Niche4all's version. And we're gonna start with Niche4all's Sea Mint. Niche4all's Sea Mint is a take on Fragrance du Bus London Oud that is sadly discontinued today. But if it still was available, which one would I pick? I would still pick Sea Mint from Niche4all because it has way better longevity, way better projection than Fragrance du Bus London Oud had. The only difference is that Sea Mint doesn't contain any real oud, but on the other hand, neither did Fragrance du Bus London Oud. The next battle is between Vanilla Oud and Layton, but also a little bit of Layton exclusive. I don't own Vanilla Oud anymore. I have a nephew. He fell hard for that fragrance. I thought you can have it. You're out younger, you're out and about, more out on town, so you can make some PR for Niche4all. But which one would I pick? Well, when it comes to Layton, Layton is my little baby and nobody puts baby in a fucking corner. But when it comes to Layton exclusive, because Vanilla Oud has made a little bit more of a mature take on Layton. But compared to the Layton exclusive, it's not that fucking old. So in that case, I would pick Vanilla Oud. Next battle is another tricky one. This is Pineapple Oak. This is a fusion of Aventus and Hachivat. Which one would I pick? Well, let's call it a tie. Because when it comes to the scent, I prefer Aventus, but the performance of Pineapple Oak. When it comes to Hachivat, I prefer the scent of Pineapple Oak, but the performance of Hachivat. Next battle is Fruity Musk up against Amber Puli. Well, I don't like either one of these two fragrances because I think they are synthetic. The fruits in here are very synthetic, and that is what I think about both Fruity Musk and Amber Puli, so I call it a tie. Next out is Lemon Mango, one of the latest releases from Niche4all, and oh my god, did this knock me out of the park because it's so unbelievably good. I couldn't believe it, and I didn't think I would enjoy this one, but I do love it very much. It is a fucking monster, it is a beast mode, and compared to God of Fire, which is a take on, this is a little bit more lemony in the opening, but I think it smells a little bit more natural as well. So clear win for Lemon Mango for me. Next out is Oriental Incense. This is a take on Amouage, Interlude Man, and I can't wear either one of them. They're way too smoky, way too pungent for me, but with time has gone, I started to enjoy sniffing the cap out of this one. There is something sweet underlying that I really do enjoy, but basically I feel they are the same. So for me, the win goes to Niche4all in Oriental Incense because it has a better price point. It doesn't have the same longevity as Oriental Incense because Oriental Incense sits on you for days. This just sits for one day. Next battle is Tobacco Vanille up against Harrod and Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. This one is more similar to Harrod, so I prefer Harrod. I prefer the tobacco scent. It's not as harsh as it is in Tobacco Vanille, but if you put it up against Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford, it is a win for Tobacco Vanille from Niche4all because it isn't that harsh as Tobacco Vanille is. So a tie or a win? I think it is a tie. Next battle is Lavender Citrus from Niche4all up against Acqua di Parma's Colonia. Here I basically feel that Niche4all only focused on making a longer lasting fragrance, and I think they succeeded by 1 or 2 hours. But it shouldn't be that struggle because I believe that Colonia from Acqua di Parma is an EDC or EDT. I think this is an EDP. So obviously that is a win for Lavender Citrus. Next battle is Apple Musk from Niche4all. That is a take on Roja's Elysium Parfum Cologne. And in this case, I need to be critical because the apples in here, I feel they are very, very synthetic and more pungent than they are in Elysium. So for me, that is a win for Elysium. Next up, it is Agar Oud up against Tom Ford's Oud Wood, and that is the clearest win for Niche4all for me, because here the Oud Accord is better, the longevity is better, the projection is better, the price is way better. Next up, it is Oriental Amber. This is a take on Serge's Alexandria 2. This is smoother, not as rude as Alexandria 2, but don't mistake you, because people can't avoid when you come with Oriental Amber. But if they mistake the smoothness, the warmth of your heart with this one, is a mistake, because One of the most difficult, powerful things a human can do is open up the heart and give it and caring for other people. So for me, that is a win for Niche4all's Oriental Amber, because one of the most difficult things a perfumer can do is creating a beast mode fragrance that is smooth, because usually beast mode fragrances always have some sharpness, some harshness to it. Oriental Amber is nothing but a smooth beast mode. And needless to say that Oriental Amber is my absolute favorite from Niche4all, and this is a win for Niche4all. Next up is Honey Tobacco. That is a take on Sergio's Naxos, and although Naxos has a little bit more of a oomph the first 20 minutes, after that they are basically the same. So here again, the price point wins it for Honey Tobacco. And Honey Tobacco is the reason that I sold my Sergio's Naxos, because they do the exact same thing. Next out we have Patchouli TB from Niche4all, and oh my god, this is a motherfucking beast. It's when I wear this one to work, people know I'm heading to work before I even decided if I'm going to work or not. But this is a take on Carlisle from Parfum de Marly, and I quite like that one. But this also has a tiny bit of a hint of red tobacco, with the nutmeg in here being a little bit more pungent. But performance, beast mode in this one, even outperforms Carlisle. But with that said, the price point is, in the end, what decides that Patchouli TB is the winner. Next out we have Floral UD from Niche4all. This is a take on Sergio More Than Words. In this one, Niche4all amped up the floral aspects, which makes me prefer Sergio More Than Words a little bit more, because they allow the amber and the oud to take place. But anyway, it's a good take, but it's simply a win for the OG. Next out we have Rose Oud. This is a take on Parisian from Fragrance du Bois, and the difference between these two scents is that the amber, the warmth from the amber, is allowed to take more place in Parisian, which makes me think that Parisian is the winner. But the price difference brings it back down to be a tie. Next out we have Lemon Oud from Niche4all. This is a take on Byredo's Oud Immortelle, and I haven't got enough experience from Oud Immortelle, so all I can say is that this smells like a limoncello, and I call this one a tie. Next out we have Vanilla Rum, one of the new releases from Niche4all, and this is a take on Initio Side Effect. There's no doubt about that one, but this is a little bit with a twist again. It's a little bit darker, a little bit, I can detect some animalicness from this fragrance, so that makes me think of Absolute Aphrodisiac as well. So kind of a fusion of those two fragrances, but all in all, I simply prefer the light version Initio Side Effect, so that is a win for the OG. Cinnamon Apple is the fragrance from Niche4all that I can't get my head around. I'm not sure what it is a take on. It's leaning towards hot smoking from Kilian, but all the same time, sometimes I feel a little bit of Side Effect shining through. Other times I feel a little bit of Roja Sweetie Oud shining through. Other times it's just another take on Ojan. So I can't get my head around this one. What I can say is that it smells of warm apples with cinnamon. Next out we have Sandal Jasmine. This is a take on Amouage Reflection Man. And for those who know me, for those who followed me, this is going to make a lot of sense for you, because they have amped up the powderiness. They have made this one a little bit more soapy, which I prefer. So I don't get that at all in Reflection Man. I don't get any soapiness at all from that one. So for me, it's a simple question about taste, and the win goes to Sandal Jasmine. Next out we have Amber Vetiver. This is a take on Clive Christian's Rococo. I haven't tried Rococo, so I can't compare them. I can't give a win to either one of them. All I can say is that this is a kind of a dry herbal fragrance. Next out we have Patchouli Cedar. This is a take on Kilian's Straight to Heaven. In this version they have amped up the rum note, they have amped up the cedar note, and that suits my taste a little bit more, so the win goes to Patchouli Cedar. Next out is Benz Vanil. This is a take on Taklamakan from Stefan Humbert Lucas, and I haven't got that much experience from Taklamakan, but my memory tells me that this is a dry dusty vanilla. That was Taklamakan as well, but the vanilla was a little bit more pronounced in Taklamakan, and that just suits my taste a little bit more, so the win goes for Taklamakan. Next out we have Amber Saffron. This is a take on BR540, and you can't be a clone host without having a take on BR540, but all I can say is that anybody who runs away and pays the money for BR540 is a fool today, because there are so many options out there that does the exact same thing, and to be honest, the quality of BR540 isn't that good either. So the win goes for Amber Saffron. Next out we have Almond Vanilla. This is a take on Pegasus by Parfum de Marly, and let's just say that this is more. or let's put it this way, this is less of a sweet heavy mess that I think Pegasus is, so the win goes for Almond Vanilla. Next out is Hazel Cognac. This is a take on Angel Share, and can I honestly say I'm so bored of hearing about Angel Share today because there's so many clones of it. But to be fair, Hazel Cognac is the most accurate clone of the scent that I've tried, so it is a win for Hazel Cognac, and that is due to the price point. Next out is Cardamom Vanille. This is a take on Intoxicated by Kilian, but here it is a win for the OG. Let's start with that because there's too much cardamom in this one. I can't detect the coffee, I can't detect the caramel underneath all that cardamom that you find in Cardamom Vanille. Next out we have Blackberry Rum. This is a take on Byredo's Accord Oud, and this is a fruitier take on that DNA, which I prefer actually because Accord Oud has a leatheriness that I feel is pungent. This is smoother, so therefore the win goes to Blackberry Rum. Next out we have Mandarin Ocean. This is for me a take on Ganymede, but with some more sweetness, freshness that I don't find in Ganymede, which makes Ganymede more special for me. So the win here goes to Ganymede. I've got 3 samples: Amalfi Lemon Vetiver, Juniper Vanilla, Magnolia Violet. These all takes on fragrances from Byredo: Mojave Ghost, Gypsy Water and Balda Freak. I'm gonna put them side by side so you can see it here. For me, I haven't got that much experience from Byredo fragrances because I usually only go and smell them, and then I say it to myself every single time: Byredo is a minimalistic brand. I would never ever pay that price they're asking for their fragrances. So for me, it's a matter of price alone here that gives the win to Niche4all. And what can I say more? Because I know today that Niche4all has good quality fragrances. So for me, it's easy to decide. I already know they have good quality. I already know they're gonna match the performance, the longevity and the sillage on Byredo fragrances. They wouldn't have released them otherwise. So I hope you enjoyed this little quick roundup about the fragrances from Niche4all, and don't forget the discount code Niche4all N4A20 team that is valid until the 31st of March. It gives you 20% off of any purchase.